All right, folks, Captain Jack here, and as Ed Winchell has already told us, in case you couldn't figure it out, it's like not that we're all over the place, but you know what? We having a lot of shows tonight. It won't happen next week. And the reason why I say that is, and I think I said this at the beginning of the Broadside show, and probably because of, there was a lot of things going on with that the Broadside show that was on tonight was only because I needed to put a show out. That was my Broadside show for the week. And I had thought I was going to do it on Wednesday. Well, I had my timing off on my show that I'm doing with Homer and Violator. Put this down a little bit. I think probably the microphone is probably a little bit too hot. So hopefully you guys, it's not too loud for you. I put it down a little bit. That's better. It's tickling the red. Ooh. Tickled it a lot there. So it looks like it's just going to be myself and maybe Ed Winchell and Scream and Jared. Looks like a very small audience tonight. That sucks. But if you are here, let me know. Let me hear about you in the chat section. I'd like to at least see what my audience is. And yeah, we got Scream, we got Ed. Jared was here, so might be a very short show tonight. Such is life. Anyway, again, this is the regular Thursday You Don't Know Jack About Sports show. Again, Firing of Broadsides will be moving to next Tuesday, where I have an open night. So we'll do the preview of the show, of the game on Tuesday. It's a little early in the week as far as for injury reports, so we'll probably maybe do a injury report update on the Thursday show, because I am doing the pod webcast for the upcoming Raider game earlier in the week. So I might have to do the update as far as the injury reports on Thursday, because people want to know about that. But we are going to have the regular show here and then on Thursday. Now, the one thing I will say as well, and I know about it, Hollywood knows about it, Ty Brown knows about it, and Vic Bad Guy knows about it. Unfortunately, I will not be going to Atlanta. And I apologize to those that were expecting me to be out there in Atlanta and all that it was. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen, because I was pretty much told that you will not go to any such activities that will be detrimental to your health. So again, if you are here and watching on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. I appreciate the looks there. I'm looking at Facebook. I will be here for a little bit. But of course, it's easier for me to see the comments all in one source. Oh, okay. So Scream, that's fine. You can leave it on. I appreciate it, brother. Most definitely. Make sure that you come on over to YouTube. Hopefully, I'll see Deborah over there as well, and Keegan. I see that they're my folks that were on Facebook, so hope to see them over on YouTube. And we'll see how many folks we have participating tonight. I know that Jared wants to talk about his brand new puppy. So We'll probably get a Pittsburgh report from Jared that will include the disposition of his puppy, but that's cool too. It's always good to hear from the folks that are out in the audience. And again, hopefully Keegan will come on over to YouTube. Again, if you're on Facebook, I'll be letting you guys have a Facebook feed for a little bit. And I appreciate it, Scream. It's one of those things where I can't, got to stay healthy. Again, it is the regular Thursday broadcast. I'm watching the game here for, and I don't really, I know that the Seahawks were winning, but I tell you and I think the Seahawks, I think they've lost the last 5 games or 4 games in a row. So it's one of those things where they need to. That's a horse collar, brother. Bobby Wagner with the horse collar tackle. Philly sports fans in the house. Good to see you as well. Good to see we have some folks in the audience tonight. Oh, we're up to a bouncing 5. Outstanding. Yeah, I'll be taking calls in a little bit there, partner. I'll be taking calls in a little bit. But again, for tonight's broadcast, watching the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Cardinals are a lot better team than people realize. In fact, they are in first place right now, if I'm not mistaken, in the NFC West. The score is Seahawks 16, Cardinals 7. And if you are watching on Facebook, please head on over to YouTube. I'd love to see you over there. And hopefully we'll see folks over there as well. I'm going to refresh this. I hope I don't... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm hoping I don't refresh it into a... Oh, okay, thanks. And thanks again for that as well. For those that don't know, the little dollar signs down there are for... bonus chat, as well as I can't remember, super chat and super stickers. So thanks again to the Philly sports fan who is starting his new job, and if I'm not mistaken, his first job ever. So for those of you that know, what's the old expression? Welcome to the workforce. Welcome to the workforce is definitely, where it's at there. And, I hate saying it, but it's one of those things where you will be working for the rest of your life there, big guy. up until you're retired. And we do have a touchdown on the play. So who is that? Oh, the tight end, Dan Arnold. I was going to say Arnold. The only Arnold I know used to run the burger shop over in Happy Days. But Arnold with the touchdown brings the Cardinals really close now. The score would be 16 to, pending the extra point, 16-14. But again, I like the Seahawks in this game. But you know what? And I picked them. But I tell you, the Cardinals have been playing so much better. They could be the surprise of the NFC West. We'll see if they can pull it out. So we'll be opening up the phone lines in a little bit. So if you want to call in and give us your take on what's going on in sports, hopefully we'll hear from some people. Let's get the phone line up. There it is, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. I'm sure. Yeah. Hey, thanks there, Furley. I appreciate that. The Happy Day references. And thanks to Ed Winchell again for the super sticker as well. You're going to create me in Madden and play as you. Okay, well, that's cool. I better be playing well because again, and it's funny because I have a PS3 that I've never played. My son has. I have an original PlayStation 1. And I wish I never took it out of the box. It's never been played. It's pristine. It would have been worth a hell of a lot more money had I not opened it up. But it's still in mint condition. So maybe somebody can tell me how much an original PlayStation in mint condition is. I gotta find it. It's in my spare bedroom. Hey, John Branson, thank you for watching over there on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you're getting a what is it, a live look over at the show. Please head over to YouTube. Please head over to YouTube. I appreciate that. That's why that we have the YouTube link listed right over there. Please come over to YouTube. I would love to see y'all over there as well. We are sitting here on our regular Thursday, and the phone line is up 813-699-0834. I haven't seen Johnny Branson. Wow, I actually haven't had a call from him in a long time. You need to check up there, brother. No, I don't know Tiffany's address. I barely know mine. I have to know mine because if I order things, I have to have a place for them to send it to. So I definitely need to know mine. Again, line is open. It's Thursday night. We're talking sports. They sell for $200 to $300. Isn't that what they normally sold at? What were they originally priced at? I don't remember because I bought it so many years ago. But Jared, we have a call from Jared coming in. Okay, and we'll get that. We'll get Jared's call first. In fact, I need to turn my phone down. Jared, whoop, hello, Jared, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, I hear you, and I had to put you on so I can hear you as well. I had to turn my phone down because I forgot that it was there. Okay,
No
there's
problem.
you got the echoes. So what's going on with? And again, congratulations are in order for Jared as well, because
Yes.
he has a new puppy in the house.
Yes, indeed. German short hair pointer to let everyone know what it is. And I know Eddie Winchell was wondering what kind of dog it was. It was a female German short hair pointer. 8 weeks old she is. Her name is Willow. We are very, very happy to have her. And she did very well her first night, Howard. So we're very excited to have her in our family. And I appreciate you and Eddie and everyone in the radio station giving us a congrats on her. We're very excited of having her. Uh, Anyway, tonight we got Seattle playing Arizona. Of course, a very good game right now. How and a tight one at that. How 16-14. Of course, the big story of the day, of course, is Klay Thompson tearing his Achilles. How he will be out a whole year. That is a big, big blow, to say the least. However, so we'll see there. Of course, we also know that coming up this week, we got a couple other college games that have been canceled for this week, including, believe it or not, Michigan State, however, and Maryland, however, if you will, however. And of course, Navy playing South Florida. But now we're looking at, let's see, I'm looking here, Texas and Kansas being canceled. Two, we're looking at, like last week, almost 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 games canceled this week. So go figure. But tonight we got Tulane and Tulsa playing right now as we speak. However, there was supposed to be Utah State, Wyoming. That's not going to be played. However, tomorrow night we got Syracuse and Louisville, Purdue, Minnesota, UMass and Florida Atlantic. And then on Saturday, of course, we've got Florida and Vanderbilt, Clemson and Florida State, Pittsburgh and Virginia Tech, Iowa and Penn State, Michigan and Rutgers, USC and Utah, of course, which is going to be the late game, however, Saturday night, if you will. Let's see, we got San Diego State and Nevada, however, playing on CBS this week, however, so no SEC game, and of course, UCLA and Oregon. So those are just some of the college games coming up this weekend. So some good games this week, not too many bad games, however, like I said, but there's a mixed bag of games this week, but I do appreciate, like I said, really from all of you guys, of the new dog. And like I said, and when you're not here again, I will repeat one more time: German short hair pointer. They're bird hunting dogs. But with our dog, however, she just likes to nuzzle up and watch TV. And we're working on training. We've only had her for less than almost 48 hours now, but it's a work in progress. And she just turned 8 weeks on the same as my niece turns on her birthday, September 23. So we're very happy of having her right now.
Okay, well that's cool to hear. With all that information, I'm glad that people know that when you call, it's called the Pittsburgh Report, because God forbid that anybody would use that title that I gave to it and not give credit where credit is due.
Yeah. I just saw some sad news to report. Apparently, Jake Scott, of course, ex-Dolphin safety, of course, the Super Bowl MVP from Super Bowl 7, apparently passed away today at the age of 75 in Atlanta. Apparently, he fell down a stairway. We understand that left him in a coma, according to his former teammate, Dick Anderson. So our thoughts and prayers are with Scott's friends and family, of course, tonight.
Yeah, well that's hard. I'm sorry to hear. In fact, I have an autographed. And actually, Jake Scott was the MVP of one of those Super Bowls that the Dolphins had. I have an autographed picture of Jake Scott that I bought at a what do you call it? It wasn't like a rally. It was like a charity auction type thing, and the picture was so nice and it was huge, and I got it for a great price. In fact, it's in front of my desk right now. When I do the switching of different articles around for the show, that was one of the ones that I was actually, and I can't stand the Dolphins, but it was such a nice piece. I actually bought it, and it would be a nice non-Raiders piece that would be in my room. But it's just never made its way up because I was actually supposed to have like Philly stuff and baseball stuff, but COVID-20 basically took all of that out the window. So I got to do some more with it later on.
We lost 2 more Dolphin members. I mean, Nick Bonacotti a year ago and Don Shula earlier this past May, which was crazy when I heard the news about Nick Bonacotti. But talking about passings, and this is very unfortunate, I lost a very special, very good friend of mine I had not seen for some time from high school. She passed away, unfortunately, this past Sunday, so I wanted to say our thoughts and prayers are with her, too, and her family. Just very unfortunate this had to happen, however. But other than that, I mean, not much else to report. I mean, we got the Steelers playing, obviously, this week. We're going to see what happens there. They got Jacksonville, obviously, coming up, and, of course, hopefully they won't take it too lightly, if you will. And, of course, we got the big game Saturday night, of course, coming up, however, if you will, however. So we'll see what happens out in Sin City. But I think the Raiders are going to be ready, despite all the players that are not going to play, however, on Sunday. Something tells me in my bones, and I feel it in my bones, however, that Kansas City could be caught napping at the right time, and I think the Raiders are going to come out ready to go on Sunday night, hopefully, in Las Vegas.
Well, if the Raiders aren't decimated with positives on the COVID, I think they will win. I really do. If they're not decimated by too many people being out, I think that they will win. I think it's going to be a very tight game as well, because just like Andy Reid is going to have that team ready, and like I said, why is it that every year Kansas City gets a bye before they play the Raiders? You can look it up. I mean, it's of the last 8 to 10 years, or I should say 8 out of the last 10 years, I believe is what the stat is. They've played the Raiders after a bye. That is, you got to tell me that is just not beyond a, what do you call it? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. There's something to that.
Yeah. And here's even a bigger question. I mean, maybe someone can answer me this question, okay? I mean, for a long time, it's always been tradition. I understand that. But why is it every year, though, we always see, I mean, I know Detroit is the first team to do it, Thanksgiving, but why is it they always get usually a Thanksgiving game, and then also we see usually Dallas or Washington Thanksgiving? What is it? I mean, is it just because of television ratings? Is it because there's no one else to choose from? I mean,
no, see, I will tell you that. I will give you the information of that. Obviously, Detroit has a long-standing tradition of playing on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Dallas
Yeah.
basically did the same thing. He said, you know what, we want to play a Thanksgiving game as well. And I'm not sure exactly when it
Mm-hmm.
started. I mean, I'm sure you can look up, in Wikipedia to the fact that when Dallas started playing, but the owner, Tex Schramm, wanted to have a Thanksgiving game, so they made so that they would have two games, and it was a better thing for the NFL, especially in television, because then you would have two games to
Well,
put
here it
out
is.
for
I'm
them.
reading it right now. Here, I just read it now, and I'm just kind of looking at the story. Is in 1966, 6 years after their founding, they adopted the practice of hosting Thanksgiving games. It is widely rumored that the Cowboys sought a guarantee that they would host Thanksgiving games as a condition of their first one, since games on days other than Sunday were uncommon at the time, and thus high attendance was not a certainty. This is only partially true. Dallas has in fact decided to host games on Thanksgiving by their own decision because there was nothing else to do or watch on that day. In 1975 and 77, at the behest of then Commissioner Pete Rozelle, the St. Louis Cardinals replaced Dallas as our host team. Dallas then hosted St. Louis in 76. Although the Cardinals at the time were known as the Cardiac Cards, due to their propensity,
Due to their propensity.
thank you, for winning very close games were a modest success at the time. They were no near as popular, however, as the Cowboys, who were regular Super Bowl contenders during this era. This combined with St. Louis's consistently weak attendance, a series of ugly Cardinals losses in the three-game stretch, in opposition to the Kirkwood-Webster Groves Turkey Day game, a local high school football contest, led to Dallas resuming regular hosting duties in '78. It was then after Rozelle asked Dallas to resume hosting Thanksgiving games that the Cowboys requested to receive an agreement guaranteeing the Cowboys a spot on Thanksgiving Day forever. So
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, and it was actually, I remember when you were talking about the cardiac cards. I believe that they were coached under Jim Hannafin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I think they had also there was a guy, Gene Stallings, something. I think it's Gene Stallings. It sounds like Gene Stallings to me because I know later on they got him as a coach, and I remember they had Jim Hart at the time, if I remember correctly,
Right.
quarterback.
Yeah, Jim Hart was their quarterback. It's like Neil Lomax was the guy
I
who.
remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Neil
They had a
Lomax came
receiver
in after
named, what
Hart.
was his name? He was a big receiver for the Cardinals in '88. I should know this. Before they moved to Arizona. I'm looking it up right now. I should know this. I mean, like I said, they had a big receiver back then. I'm looking at their record right now. I'm looking at the thing to see.
A big receiver. Well, they had. Let me see. Well, Mel Gray was their Hall of Fame receiver. Jim Bakken was their kicker. Hart was their quarterback. OJ Anderson prior.
Roy Green. That's it.
Okay, yeah. And Roy OJ Anderson prior to him becoming a Giant was on the Cardinals too.
Watching OJ as a Giant. But I'm looking at their stuff here. Yeah, it's Stump Mitchell running back. They had Lomax, and they had an old familiar Steeler, the Snowball man who got thrown snowballs at him when he was in the USFL with the old Birmingham team, however, and that was Mr. Cliff Stout. Lomax's backup was Cliff Stout.
Yep. Old curly-haired Cliff Stout.
Yep. Aldo Greco, Ernie Jones. I'm looking at their stats right now. I mean, that was who was their coach that year? Yeah, Gene Stallings. I was right. Yeah, I knew it was Gene Stallings.
Came in after Jim Hannafin.
That's right, because I remember Stallings was supposed to go to Arizona, and I remember the ownership. I think that was when the Bidwells took over at that time, or maybe it was in '90. However, they made a major house cleaning. How it happened. And Stallings was not part of the team. How that ended up going to, like I said, Phoenix with them.
Yeah.
So there you go. But speaking of the Cards, they got their game tonight with Seattle. Of course, I'm watching that game right now. So, all right. So, yeah, again, that's who, like I said, I appreciate, again, all of you guys appreciating what I had to say. Like I said, we're at more pictures. Hopefully, very soon, we'll get her in some Santa gear very soon. But, again, I think you all guys have it. So, that is the name of the breed of the dog, in case anyone wants to know that Eddie Whistle was wondering about that. So, guys, take care. I will talk to you guys hopefully before Thanksgiving. And if not, you guys stay safe this weekend. Be careful out there.
Yeah, you take care of yourself. And remember, like I said, if anybody asks you who gave you that name, the Pittsburgh Report, you make sure that you let them know.
Oh, of course I will. Talk to you guys soon.
All right, that was Jared with the Pittsburgh Report, and we're going to stay in the state of Pennsylvania. We got Mike Blevins on, and we'll get to Mike. How you doing there, Mike? What's going on in Eagleland?
Good, Jack. How are you?
I'm good, brother. What's going on with you tonight?
nothing. So nothing really new with the Bills. Well, actually, there is. We had 3 players test positive today: J-Jaw, DeAndre Burnett, and one other, John Hightower. So those 3 wide receivers tested positive today for COVID-19. But I want to talk to you about the Raiders real quick. You know, I believe it's the whole defensive or offensive line tested positive for COVID, and
Not. They didn't test positive. Okay, they were put on COVID protocol because of contact. Yes.
Right.
Now, if and this is what I said before, is that if you have an entire position group test positive, then that's when the NFL needs to say your game is canceled or pushed aside, because that is why the NFL stated that if there is a games that are canceled, that they're going to increase the playoff teams from 7 per conference to 8 per conference. Okay.
Right, and I'm not a fan of that, but
right. But that's only if there are games that are canceled during the year where they have to make amends for folks that would, by schedule, because it would be a unbalanced schedule. So that's why they made that little gesture. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. There has not been, to my knowledge, and again I might be wrong, there has not been an entire position group that has come up positive where everybody is it. But there have been position groups like the Raiders a couple weeks ago when they played the Buccaneers, and their entire offensive line was put into COVID protocol.
right. And I'm not 100% sure on the Eagles, but from what I read today, 3 of the wide receivers I just said Hightower, Burnett, and our second side tested positive or were in contact with somebody. And we're only getting into basketball. Jack, you like basketball? Who's your favorite basketball team?
I'm not really a big basketball fan. I mean, I pretty much just will watch what I watch basketball on Christmas because there's nothing else to do, or I'll go to the movies. But in COVID 2020, I ain't gonna go to the movies, so I'll probably end up doing like Netflix, or I'll get a movie on pay-per-view. As far as basketball, I'm down the street from the Magic, and they were the quote unquote the hometown team. But the last time the Magic were really good was when Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway were there. So it's been a long time. I am a Spurs fan when they used to have David Robertson because of his Navy ties. But I was always a Spurs fan going back to when George Gervin played for them. So Gervin and Dr. J were my 2 favorite basketball players in the 70s. Obviously, with Jay being a Sixer, I maintained that. But I always liked the Spurs because I love Dr. J and I love George Gervin. I do not like, for the most part, I'm not a Lakers fan. But I especially can't stand the Lakers now that they have a certain prima donna on their team who is a very good player. I just can't stand him. And by the name of somebody LBJ. And out of courtesy, I ended up getting because I enjoyed Kobe as a player. I ended up getting a Kobe jersey out of courtesy. But I was seriously considering when the Mitchell and Ness came out with the Jordans a couple weeks ago, and if I had some extra money, because Michael Jordan I definitely love. I should have bought one, but I got to put my money at other things right now, and probably by the time I go back and look for a Jordan jersey, they probably won't have any 3Xs.
Right. I'm gonna be able to buy a lot more for like my jerseys and like an ESX and everything like that with the job I'm getting. And I could be starting to work with here tomorrow, but we'll see. And I just want to touch on the Sixers with obviously, if you know, I'm sure you know,
Yeah,
The last
they
one was,
trade. Did they finally trade Al Horford?
Yeah, yep, they did. I'm excited about that. So they traded Al Horford yesterday afternoon for Danny Green, a 2025 first round pick, and our 34th pick last night. So
That that's got to be. I mean,
OKC.
that's a salary cap thing, because Horford was making ridiculous amounts of money. I know Green does not cost that much, and you have a pick for next year, and then a swap of picks from last night. That definitely reeks of paying too much money for a guy that did not contribute. And I was listening to some of the other, I can't remember which channel it was on, was that the Sixers are trying to put shooters around their team because they played a lot better a couple of years ago when there was a large percentage of outside shooters when like Redick and a couple other players were on that team. And they figured out once they got rid of all the shooters that they have a bum team. So they're trying to redo that, and I can't remember the gentleman that came in to help out Elvin Brand because Elvin Brand sucks. I'm surprised he's still the GM.
Darnell Mooney?
No, Maui, Maui. I can't remember his but yeah, he's going to be there, and he's going to be a big help for the Sixers franchise. That's for sure.
We got and then we got Steph Curry, not Golden State, not Steph Curry from the Golden State guys. There's a difference between Steph Curry from the Mavericks and Steph Curry from Golden State. The guy from the Mavericks, that's Doc Rivers' son-in-law or brother-in-law, one of those. And I don't know for sure. I don't want to say and be wrong, but yes, we're rebuilding this team. We're rebuilding the Sixers organization. We had a bunch of draft picks last night, traded some, but I really like how the Sixers did last night, drafted overall in the draft, and I know you said you're not a big basketball fan, like you don't have like a set favorite team and all, you bounce around a little bit and all. But do you think the Sixers could win an NBA championship or make the playoffs or find the playoffs? What are your thoughts on the Sixers this year?
Well, remember the Sixers were about 6 bounces away from getting past Toronto when Toronto won, and they yeah. Well, I'm just saying, they had a good team then, but that was when they had shooters on their team. Then last year they got rid of a lot of that outside shooting presence, and they were stiffs. And the fact that Simmons is still on that team with the other kid Embiid, I'm surprised by that because I really think you got to get rid of one in order to get that team a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. We could win championships this year, but now, I know this isn't one of these 4 major sports, but before I get off to it, before you put up and knock out the caller, do you have any interest in soccer?
Honestly, very little. I mean, I like Arsenal in the Premier League because I was told that Arsenal were the Raiders of the Premier League, so I actually had a following for Arsenal. But I can't stand Manchester United because they're the team. They're kind of like the Yankees. Everybody likes Man U. I don't like Man U. I like Arsenal. And as far as like in Bundesliga, I like Bayern Munich, and for Serie A, I like can't remember what one of the Italian. I can't remember which Italian team I follow. But I mean, it's just passing interest, not real interest in soccer.
Right, and I'm trying. That's how I am. I'm trying to get into it a little bit. Cover more of the Union. The Union's the best team in Philly right now. They've all the 4 teams, everything like that. But before I get off here, before somebody knocks me out, if you don't mind me promoting myself a little bit, is that okay?
Sure.
So, guys, subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on TikTok, @Sports, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere you guys can find me. I'm on Discord for gaming. I'm sure Jack enough is familiar with that, but yeah, well, and I'm gonna create you in Madden. I'm gonna play Madden with you. We'll see what team you end up going to or how your career goes. But I can't promise that you'll be like an all-star player.
So you're playing a team that's called Captain Jack, or is Captain Jack running the team, or what? I'm not sure.
I I can make you a head coach or a owner or whatever you want. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But I feel like you would be a good owner or coach. Everything like that. A lot of owners are in their 50s and all everything like that. But I'll let you know. I'll definitely keep you posted. I'll text you, give you the information, and I'm going to make TikToks about it and put it on my social media. And it's going to be on my social media too. So, but all right, thank you for taking my call, and go Birds and go Raiders.
And congrats on your job, Mike. Like I said, put a good percentage of your money away, partner, please.
Thank you. Definitely appreciate it.
All right. All right. Thanks again there, Mike. That was Mike Blevins, Philly sports fan. And we go back to one of my favorite people, Thor Helm. Thor, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from somebody I actually like out there.
How you doing, Cap? What's going down, my brother?
Good. Having a good day. Having a good day.
Nice. For sure. Man, I was, watching the game with Pops and playing a little cribbage and dominoes and chilling, and then Pops wasn't feeling good and had to go home. And I was like, oh shit, Captain Jack out of the store. Like, let me see what's going down. So I got a little late, not really sure what y'all been talking about too much tonight. So I'm just gonna go in and start talking about the Raiders.
God, let's do it.
Let's do it, man. We gotta shock the world, it will be a shock the world if we could shock the world again and beat KC. And it's not a shock the world because we beat them once. It's a shock the world because, again, they're coming off a bye week, like you said. Again, the COVID's hitting us again. I really don't know what's going on with the team and this shit. Like, this is, to some extent, some of the things I'm worried about with, and I don't want to blame it on Vegas, but just, like, why do we, he's almost to the house. Arizona driving. My bad, I got thrown off for a second there. But just, like, out there and doing whatever, like, obviously, we're new to there, so the people are new and probably getting new houses and checking out areas and figuring it out. And COVID is for real, man. I mean, the shit's back again. It's solid. It's crazy. It's scary to go out at games come on, and it's like, man, I don't know if I want to go over with anyone outside of, like, my dad to come over, and me and my wife, and just watch the game at the house. So that's kind of weird, but we can shock the world again, man. Even though the defense is having issues with the COVID, we gotta outshoot them. Like, we gotta score against them, just like we did last time. And we gotta step up a little bit, man. I want to say Thor's the one who got the COVID, and so we don't know. Other people don't necessarily have it. They might be able to come back, right? Depending whether they test positive or not. But whatever. The offense got to show out. The defense been showing out the last few weeks, so now the offense is gonna have to show out this week. We're at home. We beat them before, even though we lost to them last year twice. In a game in Oakland, they only scored in one quarter against us. Other than that, we shut their ass down. So let's go out and beat them for that is wide open. Touchdown Arizona. Because I need that over the run of the miracle, but that helps out. Anyway, let's go, Captain Jack. How are we gonna beat KC? How are we gonna beat KC on Sunday? And shock the world and turn the NFL world kind of upside down, because we're still, even when we beat them, we're still behind them one game, but they got some schedule coming up. And we got a shot to win the division if we beat them on Sunday. I mean, if we lose on Sunday, then we lose out. Let's be honest. We're looking at a wild card. And, hey, I'm happy if we get in it because we got a shot. We've seen 6 seeds to win it. Anyway, let me know, Cap. How are we going to beat these dudes on Sunday?
Well, I think we can, and as I was stating, it all depends upon hopefully that COVID does not wreck us completely on defense, because again, remember, the defense kept them to one score in Kansas City in the second half last time. The same defense. Now, granted, Littleton, I think now he's been in COVID and he tested positive, or he's been on COVID protocol. So I'm not sure if we're going to have him back. But again, Morrow played a very good game overall last game. But then, and again, we need to make sure we come out with the same effort defensively. We've improved the last 3 games on defense. I actually did the stats. We've gone down from I think it was from 31, giving up 31 points a game to giving up 28. Now I know you said, okay, well that's only 3 points, but that's an important 3 points. That means that it's
No, I didn't say that. Our defense is playing a lot better than last few games for sure.
right.
Not
And,
just on the point, just watching the game and actually seeing what they're doing, they're playing a lot better. So yes, I agree with you on that.
yeah, they still need to continue to do that, and hopefully they will. We'll see again if the defense can play up the par. And again, this is going to be a track meet, and if the Raiders can pound, pound, pound with their running game, and then throw if they're coming up and then trying to stop the run, that's when you go over the top with both Ruggs and Aguilar and Edwards in the intermediate route. And Renfro is fast as well, so people don't realize that the kid's fast. He is. And so they can pound, 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 and then they can go over the top, and hopefully that will be a recipe for winning against Kansas City at home. And I tell you, if you beat Kansas City twice, and I know that Kansas City is going to lose at least one more game. Now, I don't know if the Raiders can win out, but I think that even if they don't, a 12-4, 11-5 record, if the Raiders can make it such like that, that will be a top wild card.
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm to the point where I just want to get in because I remember the New York Giants shocking the world and beating the undefeated Patriots, and I remember them beating them again. I want to say one time they were a 6 seed, and one time they were a 5 seed. I remember the Pittsburgh Steelers winning as a 6 seed. So as long as we get in, and we know we can play with anyone, because we beat KC and KC. When our dudes are healthy and ready to go, we can play with anyone. There has to be that confidence in them since they've done that. And so I feel like we just got to get in. We cannot get blown out this game. I don't want to hear any excuses about the defense. Couldn't really meet NAD virtual meetings or whatever it may be. But I feel like we can play with these dudes. Our offense should be able to score on them at least. And if we lose in the shootout, we still could go 10-6, 11-5. And then we get in. And if we get in, we got a shot. And that's all I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I really, really want is to get in and have a shot with this team. I like this team. I'm not 100% that they're all the way there yet. I'd love them to be. But if you give me a shot, then I know that means we got a shot for the next few years. And then I'm going to be really happy because it's been too many years of struggling for some of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm excited. This will be a game. It's a huge game, and hopefully, we can go out there and shock the world because everyone expects us to get blown out this time, even though we beat them last time. But the average football fan, well, maybe not the average football fan, but the average person that kind of watches football thinks that we're crap. And they think Kansas City's the best team in the NFL, which probably they are. And so it will shock everyone. And then maybe people will start looking and be like, oh, shit, they beat them twice? Wow. So let's go out there and do it. Man, they got to get fired up. I want to see a lot of fire from them, that's all.
Yeah, and that's why I said I think that the Raiders can do it. They got to show it, though. They got to show it.
They got to. They got to. You got to come out with that passion. They got to have the passion we have. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna finish watching this Steve Chicken and Cardinal game here. It's actually a decent game. 23-21, 11 minutes to go in the fourth. And good looking out, Cap. I will holler at you later, my brother.
Yeah, and again, Thor, it's always good hearing from good people out there in the Bay, and you continue to do what you do, partner. And I'm a big fan of yours, and a few of your shipmates out there. Just as long as you know that.
Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Right back at you.
Okay, and
All good.
hey,
All right.
thanks for calling in, man. Always good hearing from you.
All right, brother. Take it easy. Go Raiders. Shock
Good,
the world, baby.
that's right. Shock the world. That's Thor. Good to hear from Thor. It's good to hear from good people. You know, it's ones that give a crap and that are personable. I like that, personable. And when did this? I didn't even realize when this came in. Okay, yeah. Um, 1 second. I got to finish this. How about calling into YouTube? Call in to YouTube. It'd be great to hear from you. That's what I'd like to see. So hopefully I'll get this. We'll get a caller. As I tell you, would love to hear from this person, a very knowledgeable lady that knows sports, and when you there is nothing more beautiful than a woman who actually knows sports. Let me say that again. There's nothing more beautiful than a woman who actually knows sports. That's the most awesome thing you can have in the world. Call in hopefully at we got the lines open now 813-699-0834 813-699-0834. And I don't think we are broadcasting on Facebook anymore. That's okay. Because, you know, just such is life. We gave people a chance to come out and watch, which was awesome. And you guys had a chance to do that. And that's good as well. So I'm making sure that yeah, we are offline on Facebook to be sure. Anyway, looks like is the broadcast on? Well, hopefully more than we have. Would love to hear from everybody. Man, we only got 4. That's a bummer. Hopefully we'll have some more people call in. It's 11 o'clock, and we are here over on YouTube again. In fact, I'll let them know where we are at. And it's always good hearing from people out there. Again, we got 4 people calling in. And good, we got Doc Burdett. That's good to hear from Doc. Wouldn't be a good show without Doc Burdett. Doc, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you. How you doing?
Doing real good. First thing I want to say is thank you for the patches. I got my patches, and I tell you, they're just spectacular in person. I'm so happy to get them. They're wonderful.
Well, no, Doc.
And if anybody ain't got one yet, you need to get them. They're great.
Well, Doc, thank you for supporting for the support for the patches, and I'm glad you dig them, man. I'm really glad you dig them, and trust me, it does a heart good to know that the pretty much, I want to say everybody that's bought one has been people that I really enjoy, and it does me happy that the people that I know that I fully enjoy hanging out with or knowing are a lot of the people that have bought the patches. It makes me feel good, and thank you for supporting me. I was going to be bringing the patches up to Atlanta, but Cab ain't going to Atlanta, man.
Well, I'm just going to let you know. I'm just starting a jacket now. You're my first patch is going on the jacket.
Doc, thank you there, sir. I appreciate that. That means the world to me.
I'm just gonna let you know. I'm just looking for a special jacket to put it on. I don't know if you I'm gonna go old school for all you young people that don't remember. At Christmas time, we did our shopping in a thing called a Sears Wish Book. And you remember them old Raider jackets they had back in the book back in the day? I was NFL jackets.
Yeah.
I was looking for an old varsity jacket, the black with the silver sleeves, and I'm gonna do my own Raider jacket off like that. And that's what I'm looking for now is find me a black and silver, Raider color Letterman jacket, just like we used to get when we were kids out of the Sears catalog, and I'm gonna put my patches on.
Yeah, well, and I'm gonna say you can probably find, go into like Google or like I said for like Google varsity jackets, and maybe not necessarily on eBay, but you can probably find them on like some of the clothing sites, and I'm not sure which ones they would be. And I want to give shout outs to folks that are here. I know that you're here, and Thor was here, and Mike was here. I know Ed Winsel's probably still out here, and Jesse Marquez. Thanks for coming in. If you're here and I missed you, I apologize. To make sure you Roger up here as well. You can find, and I would go like a varsity Letterman's jacket. Do a search, and find out what you can find. And I tell you, I would love that. Then you'll have to like make a picture of it and send it in, and I'll post it on my Facebook.
As soon as I find one, I'm trying to find the leather sleeves. I don't want them like cheap vinyl or wool sleeves. I want the good leather sleeves.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to pay more for the better jacket.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. Literally, you get what you pay for.
Exactly. And so I just want to let and then the second patch I'm starting to patch board. So you can do this, and I'm going to do it that way. I have a patch board on my man cave wall, my Raider wall, and then, have the other one for jackets.
Well, and Doc, again, thank you for supporting me, partner. I really appreciate that.
Bro, you're the best show on YouTube, brother. So, God support you.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I like to think that I do a good job here, and I love everybody that's here. I love all the people that support us. I just wish we had more, and maybe we'll get it eventually.
No, I just can't do his intro like Raider G. I think he's unique.
Hey, yeah.
When it comes to the intro.
I would say Raider G is definitely unique, man. You can't beat Raider G with a stick, that's for sure.
Every time he calls in, I mean, he's good. He sounds like a good guy.
Oh, he's wonderful, and it's unfortunate because I was looking forward to seeing him next weekend, but like I said, I've been told in so many words without it being, and you're military, Doc. You know how you say it would behoove you to do this. They don't order you to, but they said it would be in your best interests, or it would behoove you to do this, and this.
They're basically telling you that's what you better do.
Exactly. Because they can't order you to do something for civilians, but it would behoove you to do such things. So because it behooves me, unfortunately, it behooves me that I won't be able to attend Atlanta next week.
We will keep your health up, buddy.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
I agree.
Root from afar.
Sorry?
You could be doing telecast. I said root from afar. Now, are you going to be doing your telecast where I know it's a primetime game and all, or you going to be doing telecast for the Chief game? Because you showed a sample of it. You did a sample of it on Facebook a little bit the other time, and I can't remember Facebook or YouTube. I heard a little bit of it, and it sounded so good that I went ahead and got the app. And I was just wondering if you could be doing for this Kansas City game, you could be doing color commentary.
Oh yeah. I'll be doing color commentary for all the Raider games this year. Whether people,
I'd rather listen to you than them.
Yeah. Well, especially if you have Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels on the broadcast, please tune in to listen to me.
You got it, brother. You got it.
Well, Doc, how do you see the game this week? I mean, again, we do have a bunch of injuries, or allegedly,
I would like to.
or for the COVID eyes.
I would like to call it, but to be honest with you, and to be, you say we're being honest. When to be honest, it depends on do we have a lot of positives on defense or not.
Right.
We need our defense. We need as many of our starters as we can get. We need to play their defense like we have been especially last game. We don't want to go back to that prevent. We need to put the pressure on our homes. If we have to put a style on him, put a style on that dude. We need to, do like we did in the first game and just ride that boy like a broke down pony.
Yeah.
And if we do that, if we have our defense and our defense plays up to the part that we know we can play, and Gunther puts them in the position so they can play that winning ball, I say we can win this. But it's going to be a shootout and it's going to be close.
Yeah, I agree. I firmly believe it's going to be a game that needs to come down to, who's out there. And, as long as we are not decimated on defense, and hopefully we won't be, then I think we're going to win this game.
Just keep my nitro in my top pocket so I know where it's at.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
But, these guys will push me to the limit sometimes this year. But, hey, it's W's. I'll take W's. They don't have to be pretty. It's got to be W's.
That's right.
So that's the main thing. We're 6-3, baby. And, that's what, people don't realize, we got to keep focused this one game, and then we can work, just one game at a time, and just stay focused like that, and that's all we can do.
And
play our best games.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, I firmly believe, like I said, we are 6-3 right now, and people now they've already anointed us as a playoff team, and I said don't go there yet. But I like the fact of the way that we're playing this year in comparison to the way we were playing last year, because we were 6-4 last year as well, and we ended up only winning one further game. But I look at the schedule, and I know that you can't say automatically we're going to win against the Jets, because I think the Jets are going to be a very tough game. In fact, I sincerely hope that the Jets beat somebody before they play the Raiders, because I don't want to go into New York in early December and have to play a Jets team that wants nothing better than to knock out the Raiders. So I'm looking for that. And that's the game, if I'm not mistaken, that's the game after we play the Falcons. And the Falcons are going to be a tough game as well. But if we can continue with the next three games, I would like us to be 9-3 after the next three games. And I think it's possible. But, we got to see what we got going on.
Yeah, just like I said, the only thing I'm worried about right now is Kansas City. I'll worry about Atlanta next week, and then after that, I'll worry about the Jets.
Yeah. Yep.
I know that sounds harsh, but I just got to stay focused. We got to stay, and I want our team to stay focused. You can't take no team lightly. As Jared, I thought they were going to blow it against the Cowboys. I thought maybe they took the Cowboys lightly.
They did.
And you cannot tell me that the Cowboys are that good that they can hurt a team. Because Pittsburgh's playing really dang good ball right now. Mike Tomlin, whether you like him or not, is a smart coach.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know how well you know Mike Tomlin. But he started off as a football coach at the Virginia Military Institute.
No, there you go. That is why Mike Tomlin is what's the word I'm looking for? As staunch as he is, because if you are a coach at VMI, then you know that you got your shit in one sock.
You see, I'm only 30 minutes from VMI. That's where I live at.
Right.
That's where I'm from. And, you know, when there's no, you know, if Virginia's away and there's no, you know, there's a lot of local colleges around here. We'll go to watch VMI games. My brother's a VMI cadet graduate. He was on the team. VMI's not really like a major football program.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no joke on that. They don't play.
Right.
My brother was, before the season started, got caught in snowstorms. 30 minutes away from the school. And this is what they said to him. This is when Mike Tomlin just started coaching. He wasn't head coach, he was an assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play football for us, you'll find a way to get here.
That's right.
Snow or no snow, bad roads, good roads.
Mm-hmm.
And we got him there.
Yeah.
There was no joke. There was no joke. They didn't play around this little, you know, oh, well, you know, the weather. No. You want to play? Get here. You will be in practice. And I think he's carried that academy, you know, military type school into his thing. So I respect that of him. I respect that a lot of him.
Right.
So, but you know, I don't know if he did. You know, he graduated from William and Mary, so he's not dumb either.
No. Mike Tomlin is. I tell you, I like Mike Tomlin a hell of a lot more than I like the guy that's on the former coach, the Chin.
The Chin.
Yeah, because the Chin is all about himself. I mean, I've been getting a belly full of people that are all about themselves, and I can't stand people that are all about it's me, and they don't give a crap about anybody else. And you know, Tomlin is somebody that gives, and you can tell cares. And
The only mistake he made though this week. I don't know if you heard it.
oh yeah, he basically called in so many words. I think he called Jacksonville a like a JV team.
Yeah, Big Ben got the. You remember he was from the MEAC.
Right. Yep.
I think that's not that big of a deal. But I thought it was kind of funny. He got his own quarterback was MEAC. But,
Yeah.
But other than that, you're right. He's giver. He's smart. He treats people, and that's why I think it's Antonio Brown. He didn't put up with it. That's why I don't think Le'Veon Bell he put up with it. That's why they ended up getting shipped elsewhere.
Exactly it. You know, you got to be team oriented. You got to be giving to the players that are around you. And I would have loved it for, if when we had a coaching opening, Mike Tomlin would have been a very good coach for the Raiders. Now, granted, I also think that when the Steelers were down a couple years ago, I think that the Steelers had at that time they have had enough of Tomlin, and that you could. There's only so much you can listen to until you get coach burnout, and I think that they might have they might have gotten rid of him, and things would have worked out well for him. But I think that he plodded through, and there are good things in Pittsburgh. Hey, Doc, I'm going to let you go, brother, but I appreciate hearing from you, and thanks again for the positivity, and I'm glad you got your patches. And again, I thank you for all the positives on the patch stuff.
Well, let's play for the Raiders. We haven't got a whole lot of positives, and let's go Raiders.
That's right, go Raiders. Hey, thanks again, Doc, and I'll do that broadcast. If you can find an Apple, get yourself an Apple or somebody that has an Apple app and do that.
I got an iPad and I got an Apple phone and all that stuff, so I'll get the thing.
Yeah. You find us. You find that whatever it's called. I think it's called Colorcast. And if you need the information again, just get with me, and I will make sure that I give you all of the same information that I posted on Facebook for a while now, so you can find me on Colorcast.
All right. You got it there, Captain. You have a good week now.
All right. Thanks again, Doc. Always good hearing from you.
All right. Take it easy.
All right. That's Doc Burdett calling from the great state of Virginia. It is 11:15, and we'll see if we have any further folks that want to call in. And if not, that's fine too. We have 6 watching now, and we'll see if we have anybody else that wants to call in. Line is open. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. You don't need to knock out the caller because there's no caller to knock out. I've been watching the game here out of the corner of my eye. I'm not really up on it. The coach of Las Vegas. So thanks. So I am the coach of the Raiders, according to Mike Blevins. I appreciate that. Hopefully I'll do well. Ooh, I saw. Ooh, that has got to hurt. He did like a ballet split. That hurts. Okay, so yeah, Seattle is definitely trying to run out the. Oh, I'm sorry, Givens. I apologize. I had it in my mind, Mike, but I was not thinking. That should be game. He stayed in bounds, which was good. They're up by 4. And as I stated in my picks, I said I can't see the Seahawks losing like 4. I think they've lost 4 games in a row, but I can't see them losing 5 in a row. It's 25-21, and the Seahawks. It's second down on the, what is it, like the 17 of I think it's about the 17 of the Cardinals. Clock is running. Cardinals still have all 3 of their timeouts, it looks like. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Yeah, lost 3 of 4. So yeah, I can't see them losing this game, and that's why I picked the Seahawks. See if I got a response back. Nope. Yeah, I got some calls up in here. And it'll be good to get back out where with people again. If you didn't hear me earlier, unfortunately. Oh, so I'm only in the preseason, so it doesn't. Okay, thanks, Mike. It's better. At least it's only in the preseason. Was that a fumble? There are a bunch of people piled up. Let's see what we see here. Okay. So pitch. Oh, yeah. Pitch, and who has... Oh, well, Seahawks have the ball. I see that as clear as day. Yeah, that's a Seahawk with the ball. Now, whether the Cardinal got it and stripped it out, and if the Cardinals do have it, then that's just wrong. Now that's Hyde, the former running back out of Ohio State, if I remember right. I think it's Carlos Hyde, if I get his name right. But we are here 11:15, actually 11:17 on the East Coast. See if we got anybody else that wants to call in. If not, I enjoy having you here. Oh, the Cardinal came out with the ball. That's what it was. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. Yeah, he's down. You can take the ball, but he's down. Why isn't it so obvious to me? Ed Winchell, good night as well. Looks like this is going to be. It's about time to head on out. Now here's one thing that you need to remember. Saturday night, okay? Saturday night. In fact, if I can put in the, hopefully I'll get this done real quick. I will put in so you guys know about it. Okay. Here we go. Be sure to be with us on Saturday night on my channel. Why watch a game that's like a laugher or somebody that's it's really a boo hiss football game. You don't have to watch a boo hiss football game when you can watch the captain interview the great Lester Hayes. That's going to be on the show on the YouTube channel on the Black Shield and Galleon Wheel webcast. You need to be here on this channel. You're on the right channel. Just make sure you're over here 2 nights, Saturday night, and I finally got the young lady that I wanted to listen to was just got here. But make sure you're here on Saturday night to listen to the Lester Hayes interview with me, Captain Jack. And make sure you're here. It'll be 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific over on YouTube. And make sure you're there for that. And hopefully she got the word on that, because I'd love to hear from her. I'd love to hear from you. It's great to have everybody here on the channel. And again, make sure you are here Saturday night. This upcoming Saturday night. Oh my goodness, Mike, you don't know who Lester Hayes is? Oh yes. You need go, Mike. Here's your assignment. Okay, here's your assignment. Go to Wikipedia and find out about Lester Hayes. Find out about Lester Hayes. Yeah, I get it. I know he's before your time. But go find out about Lester Hayes. Yeah, I'm another teacher, but I tell you, I'll be teaching a subject that's definitely worth knowing about. So yeah, I'm definitely your sports teacher. Yeah, and Jesse says as well. Look for his highlights. Be sure to be here on Saturday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, over here on this channel. If all goes as well, if all goes all well, we'll be here. So again, join me on Saturday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, and we'll be here as well. Fading out to the regular transition. Thanks for being here. Appreciate everybody watching. And we'll see you Saturday for the Lester Hayes interview. And I am going to do a show. I'm going to do a show after the game. I know it's a late Sunday game. Excuse me. It'll be late in the evening. Actually, early morning. When the game is over, but it's the late Sunday game. I'll do a show for all those that want to watch. So hopefully, if you still want to get your Raider Fest going after the game, join me here. So we'll see you Saturday for the Lester Hayes interview, and we'll see you Sunday after the game. I'll be doing a show before the game as well. So we'll see everybody later on. Have a great rest of your time out there. We'll see you on Saturday. We'll see you Sunday. Raiders, baby! Yar!